Hello everybody! Today I will show you how to start a grain separator. How does this machine work? Here you need to combine two things. The thickness of the layer you will be exposing and the amount of air you will start with the inverter. You need to provide enough air so that at any productivity level a few grains fly into the first opening. Because when we encounter a stone that is similar in size to a grain, it almost always has more weight, so it will fly into the first opening. The machine then sorts into the remaining 6 fractions, and you choose how many of these fractions you like. The idea is that the better seeds will fly from one side of the machine, and the less desirable from the other. By adjusting the chutes, we separate seeds into better and worse. Better seeds can be from 2, 3, 4 or from all of them. It depends on the material in the bunker and what we are doing. Whether we are cleaning the grain before storage to prevent it from spoiling or producing seeding material. When preparing seeding material, we use a table. For example, ray or critical, wind between 4.5 and 5 and 2 fractions. This means that we should set the inverter to 5, and for seeding we will take 2 fractions. Now start the engine, wait until it reaches the selected speed, and now slowly open the bunker until something flies into the first opening. Now let's pay attention to the opening-closing system. There are no divisions into 1, 2, 3 here, because we don't need that. When we selected the layer that suits us, the locking screw is bored right up to our handle and fixed. And now, when we need to replace the bag, we close the bunker, change the bag and open the bunker without looking at how much it was open. Pay attention to these handles. What are they? Inside the machine there are partitions, as high as those handles, welded to these rods. And the thing is, by moving the chutes I can add or remove whole fraction, and with the partition I can take half. For example, we cleaning wheat. And I like the third fraction, but not entirely. I assume that the grain with more weight fly closer to the engine, so with this partition, tilting it to the right, I can take half of the next fraction, that is, better seeds. So I can take 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. With peas we do the opposite. I tilt the first partition slightly to the left, because peas are heavy, so not much will fly into the first fraction. And now I am observing the seed fraction I select. If there is a half here, it will fly farther from the engine. And now, by tilting the next partition to the left, I'll try to take half and throw it into the next fraction. If there is no half here, this handle remains vertical. Or I can take part of the next fraction by tilting the partition to the right. The machine's height. The machine has extendable legs. These legs have to be inside here. How is this done? You need to hook the belt diagonally, approach with the tractor, lift the machine Unscrew the bolts and pull out the legs. Holes in the inner legs are drilled every 100 mm. That is, you can hook a bag of 50 kg, a big bag of 500 kg or a big bag of 1 ton. Or drive the grain treater directly under the fraction of pure seeds. With a big bag they combine differently. It can be held on the forks of a tractor, or you can do it like this. Hook one ear here and the other ear here, and it will stand quietly. During filling, it can be pulled up to make it stand more confidently on the ground. Pay attention to these installation screws. When the separator is raised, these screws must be tightened to make the machine more stable. In this version of the separator, the electrical box is located outside, so it doesn't interfere with us when we remove a filled bag from under the separator. For the separator to work correctly, remember that it must be installed horizontally. Holders for bags are also included in the set. We have 3 single, 2 double and 1 triple. So when I choose 2 fractions for seeding, I set a double bag holder. If 1, then single. We need a hex key and a 10 mm wrench. Install it so that the shoots are in the middle of the holder, bolts opposite the holes. And now put on the bag from the back and the top. Press against the shoot, insert this part of the bag inside and tighten. Here it will be pressed and here it will be clamped. What knowledge do you need to have? Because this is an air machine, it cannot stand close to the wall, because it needs to take in air. We cannot put another bag here, only this one with a mesh, because the air must come out completely. And you need to make sure that there is always something in the window, because the seeds must enter the separation chamber as a whole layer across the entire width. Then there will be segregation. In simpler terms, we cannot open to the maximum and pull into an empty bunker, because then the air escapes upwards, the seeds enter the separation chamber unevenly, that is, it does not sort. Cleaning the machine once a day, or when changing one seed to another, the machine needs to be cleaned, because as you know, seeding material should not contain any extra seeds. First, clean the bunker, preferably with the compressor. Secondly, give it maximum speed and engage reverse. And while it blows back, you need to remove the bag, take a compressor and help it. Stick your hand in there and at the bottom from the walls blow out any residues that may have stayed there, and it will throw them out through the engine. Such a machine can be ordered by email or phone. I leave a link to the grain separator in the description. Thank you so much and see you in the next episodes.